right, hi guys. In this video, we are going to learn a way to display our data. So we're going to use the 5-number summary to make what is called a box and whisker plot. This is also just called a box plot at times. And so we're going to look at these different pieces. So this part right here is called the box, so you can kind of see that. And these are the whiskers coming out of either side, so that's where it gets its name. So this first kind of tick mark, this is our minimum value. This first line on the box is the first quartile. The second line in the box is the median. The box ends at quartile 3, then we have another whisker that connects us to the maximum. So you can see there's our 5-number summary creating the box and whisker plot. In order to find the quartiles, remember these are things you guys already know, just review. We always need our data from lowest to highest. We're going to find the median. Then we're going to find the middle of the lower half. That's our Q1, right? Find the middle of the upper half. That's our Q3. And then this, we haven't talked about a ton, but this is important to note. Each quartile represents a fourth of the data, or 25%. So from here to here, that's 25% of the data. Here's another 25%, another 25%, another 25%. So that gives us an idea of where the spread is within the data visually, which is pretty nice. Okay, so let's construct a box and whisker plot for these values. Okay, so let's go ahead, and then this is important too. We're going to incorporate finding outliers, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and arrange here. Actually, I'm just going to use Desmos on this one, you guys, because I'm going to focus more on the displays, so save us a little bit of time. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and change my list here. So we got 17, 13, 19, 17, 9, 17, 14, 11, 19, and 12. All right, so now we want the stats for list L. There we go. So there's our 5-number summary. Okay, so I'm going to just write those down really quick. So we got min is 1, Q1 is 11, median 14, Q3 is 17, max is 19. Okay, so let's go ahead and determine if there's outliers, and then we'll create our box plot. Okay, so remember outliers, we got to find our fences, which we're going to need the IQR for that. So Q3 minus Q1 is 6. So the lower fence is Q1 minus, sorry, I'm going to put numbers in there. Q1's 11. Let me outline those so you can see them a little better. Okay, so Q1 is 11 minus 1.5 times the IQR of 6. Okay, upper fence, okay, is Q3 plus 1.5 times 6. So let's find those values, see if we have any outliers. All right, so we've got 11 minus 1.5 times 6. We got a lower fence of 2, 17 plus 1.5 times 6, an upper fence of 26. So let's look for numbers less than 2 or greater than 26. We do not have any outliers. Okay, so, and there's our work to prove it. Okay, so now our box plot. So always what we're going to need, you guys, is a number line. You can choose to number it however spaced out you want. It's always helpful for me to look at the min and max, so I have to go from 1 to 19. So maybe I want to go from 0 to 20 on either side of that a little bit. You can go by whatever increments you want. 1s, 2s, 10s. Obviously, if you don't have a big data set, your box and whisker plot is going to be a lot better if you have more values. So I'm going to maybe go by 2s. So I'm going to go from 0 to 20 by 2s. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so now I'm going to put those 5 numbers on there, and I like to just mark them with dots first. So our min's at 1, and it doesn't really matter how high above you guys go. I try and make them relatively the same height going across. All right, Q1 is at 11. Ooh, Sorry, you guys. I just realized we had an outlier. We had 1, right? 1 is less than the lower fence. I'm sorry. I missed that 1 until I just plotted it, which is good. I'm glad I wanted to show you what to do with the outlier. All right, so 1 is an outlier. All right, so 1, if 1 is an outlier, actually how we mark it is we use an asterisk. Asterisk for 1. Okay, so that is how I mark. You don't have to label, don't write this. Don't have to write that. I'm just labeling it here so you can see it. Okay, so what's the next minimum after 1? So the next smallest number is 9. So I'm actually going to go up to 9 and put my first dot. Okay, so if we have an outlier, it's not going to connect to the box plot. It's not going to have a whisker connecting it. It's going to be separate to show, hey, this is an outlier. It's actually a ways away from the rest of our data. Okay, so then Q1 is 11. Okay, median is 14. Q3 is 17. And our max is 19. Okay, so remember the two ends are whiskers, and then the middle is a box. Okay, and then we have a line that goes through the box that goes through our median. Okay, so this would be the correct box plot for this data. So outliers we use with an asterisk. If there's no outlier, then my whiskers would connect to my max and min, and that would be it. Okay, but if we have an outlier, we don't connect it, and we mark it with an asterisk. Asterisk. There we go. All right, that's it for the box plot example. Thanks for watching.